One and hey guys, welcome back to another. Today I got Kurt here.
Hey,
Kurt.
hey everyone.
So today we're going to do testing the test drives. Excuse the fan, it's just because the PS4 is very noisy.
Yeah.
So Kurt, what vehicle have we got here?
This vehicle we're test riding is the Eda Stilty.
And what do you think of appearance so far? And
the appearance is all good.
alright, so should we test drive this thing?
Sure. So, Connor, what do you think of the car?
Well, I don't think the car can take corners very well, unfortunately. But what do you think?
I probably agree with you on that. Yeah, it does take corners well, actually.
Yeah, because did you need a brake when you took those corners?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. But what do you think of the looks and the performance and whatnot?
Oh, the looks of the performances and all this is okay. Yeah.
Is this a car you'd consider buying? Because I am not willing to. I don't know.
I don't know yet, actually.
Well, let's just see what happens at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Let's move on to the next one, shall we?
Sure. So, guys, next car that we're going to be test riding, so this is the Casco here.
Yes, and what is your personal opinion on this car's looks?
Looks a bit like an old car, actually.
Well, to be honest, old cars aren't necessarily bad cars. You know?
Yeah.
Some of them are real. Some of them have real history behind them. You know.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's test this thing out, shall we?
Sure. Sure. Alright. So, Connor, what do you think of the looks and of the car and the performance?
Well, to be honest, I don't really hate the look of the car. Honestly, I don't hate it, but it could do better on corner taking. What do you think, Kurt? Do you like the look of the car? Do you hate the look of the car? What's your personal opinion on it?
I kind of hate the look about the car, actually.
Really?
Well, cause the like the windows are all backwards here.
I mean, I don't think it's bad. I just don't think it's bad. Anyway, should we move on to the next one?
Sure then.
Okay, guys, so this is the Vapid Alley. This is a muscle car, and Kurt, what do you think of the car's look so far?
I like it. I'm not a really huge fan of muscle cars, actually.
What did you think of the color I picked for my car?
Did you go silly again?
Yep, I did it again. Anyway, shall we test drive this car out?
Sure. So, Connor, what do you think of the car?
To be honest, I've actually forgotten what the name of the car was. But the car doesn't perform too bad. I actually don't have a problem with this muscle car.
Yeah.
With, taking corners and stuff like that. I think the performance is overall well.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't recommend it. What about you?
Well, I wouldn't recommend the car. I'm not a fan of muscle cars, but I just did a little of a skid there on the car, though.
Oh, yeah?
It does take corners pretty good, though.
Yeah, shall we move on to the next one?
Sure.
Okay, guys, so we couldn't find the Dominator GT, but we found the Dominator GTT, so this car is the closest candidate we could find to that car. So this is from a luxury showroom, so you can find it there. Kurt, what do you think of the looks?
Yeah, I like the looks, actually.
Yeah, shall we test drive this thing?
Sure. So, what do you think of the car?
I actually don't mind the way it takes corners and stuff, so,
Yeah.
overall, I don't think this car is that bad, but looks, I think it could look a little bit better. What do you think, Kurt?
Yeah, I agree. The car could probably do a bit better, though, but it does take corners very good, though.
Should we move on to the next one?
Sure. Okay, so the car that we're test driving is, so this is a Baller, an
LE.
SUV, an LE.
Yep, so what do you think it looks, Kurt?
To tell you this, I'm not looking forward to test driving this SUV.
I don't have a problem with SUVs. I have more of a problem with bikes, but
Yeah?
let's test drive this thing out, eh?
Sure. Connor, I'm gonna let you go first. What do you think of this car?
I don't think this car is terrible, Kurt.
Really?
I honestly don't know why you have a dislike on SUVs.
Well, you know what I think? I think I want to blow this car up. It's too slow and it's trash.
You really don't like this car, do you?
No.
Well, I could honestly safely say that I don't think you're going to pick this vehicle, eh?
No, I would not recommend it. Don't get it. It's a waste of time.
I think it's good, but I don't think it's worth buying because
What? Why?
This is an old vehicle. Don't get me wrong, but I honestly have no problems with SUVs.
We better move on to the next one then.
We're wasting time. We should probably do that.
Okay, so the car we're test driving, it's a Weenie Dynasty.
So, what do you think of the looks so far, Kurt?
Oh, they're alright though. I'm not looking forward to test driving this thing.
I feel like this thing is going to be slow, but let's just test drive this thing, get it over with, eh?
Yep. What do you think of the looks of the car?
I think the looks are terrible. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think the corners are that bad either. Are that bad? What do you think of the looks of corners?
Well, the corners are not bad, but the looks, and I think this car is too little. So no, I would not buy it.
Yeah. Hey, maybe we should say it now, Kurt.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think this week we're not gonna buy a specific car from this one, eh?
No.
Because so far these cars have been pretty trash. I'm not gonna lie.
This next one is trash.
So shall we move on to the next trash car and get it over with?
Sure.
Okay, so this is the Benefactor XLS. What do you think of the looks of the car, Kurt?
To tell you this, the looks look a bit weird.
Well, I'm not gonna lie to you, Kurt. This is actually an armoured version of the car.
Yeah?
So this car could take a missile if it really wanted to.
A missile?
Yeah, a missile. It could take a missile before it blows up.
Oh yeah?
So this thing does have some, I guess, protection.
Yeah?
What do you think of the looks?
Yeah, the looks are okay.
Really? You're saying that about an SUV?
No, the looks are very weird.
Okay, Kurt, let's just test drive this thing.
All right, Connor, what do you think of the SUV here?
I don't think it's that bad, Kurt. It's got some unique features as far as I know. This one looks like it has a money tech, so you might not know what that is. Maybe we could do a vehicle of it together someday.
Yeah.
But this car has a remote control feature, which means it could you can control a vehicle like you're not in it, but you could control it to drive it somewhere else.
Oh yeah.
And it also has a feature where it has a missile lock-on jammer, which basically means that it can't be locked onto by any Oppressor Mark IIs or Buzzard attack choppers, anything with a missile really.
Oh yeah.
So this car is unique, I'm not gonna lie. But would I recommend it? I'm actually gonna say yes.
You're gonna buy this car?
I would buy this car. I don't think it's that bad. What do you think?
I do. It doesn't look that bad actually. Considering I'm not a fan of SUVs, but what you said about the remote control car thing, it's good.
Yeah, there are other cars that can do the same thing. Like I think one of the cars that can do it is the Dominator ASP.
Yeah.
So, if you wanted to, Kurt, and by the way, maybe leave a like, 5 likes, and we'll do it. Maybe we could do one of those cars together someday.
I'm tossing up recommending getting either the bike or probably this car.
You haven't even test drive the bike. Should we move on to that now?
Sure. So, guys, the bike I'm test driving is this is the LCC Hexa.
Yes, and I'm the one who hates bikes personally. But what do you think of bikes, Kurt? I'm interested to know.
I like bikes actually.
Really?
Yes.
So me and you are kind of like the opposite with SUVs and bikes. I hate bikes. You hate SUVs. I like SUVs. You hate bikes.
I do like bikes, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, let's just shut this thing out and get it over with, eh?
Sure. So, Connor, what do you think of this bike?
I hate bikes.
Why?
I'm not going to say anything else. I just want to move on straight to the next one. Okay?
Yeah.
Do not buy this bike under any circumstances, and don't make me buy this bike with you.
You don't have to buy the bike if you don't want to, but you know what? I'm actually going to buy this bike. I'm going to recommend it.
I think you have something seriously wrong with you. If you really think this bike is good, you must have a serious problem. Let's just move on straight to the next one.
Yeah, okay.
God, I hate bikes.
The next car is a Benefactor car here that we're test driving.
And what do you think of the looks so far, Kurt?
Oh yeah, I like it though.
Yep, shall we move on to the test drive?
Sure. So, Connor, what do you think of the looks and the performance of this car?
I actually don't mind this car. I probably would buy it, but it's just a bit old in my opinion. And I don't have a problem with old cars. I just don't think this car has. I just don't think this car would have many upgrades, to be honest.
This car is a bit old. I remember playing this. I remember driving this car in GTA 4.
Yeah, you said this car was in GTA 4, and you said something about that bike we just test drove being in GTA 4A.
Yeah.
What was the story behind that one again with the bike?
So it's an LCC Hexa. It's a Liberty City Chopper Hexa.
Oh yeah, and who had that bike?
It was Johnny K who had that bike.
Oh yeah, well, shall we move on to the next car?
Sure.
This is the GT500. What do you think of the looks of the car, Kurt?
Oh, yeah, I love it actually.
Really?
I think the shape of it. I think the outside of the car could do a bit better.
This is a sports classic car, just letting you know.
Yeah.
Shall we test drive this car out?
Sure. Alright, Connor, what do you think of the looks and performance of this car?
Well, I don't hate the performance, but I think this car is extremely ugly.
Why?
I don't like the look of the car. I mean, come on, you can't tell me that this thing looks ugly.
It's not ugly at all. I think it looks great.
Are you serious, Kurt? First the bike, now this? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I swear, I swear, I don't even know you. I don't think I know you now. Anyway, let's move on to the next car, okay?
Yeah, here's the 770.
What do you think of the looks of the car, Kurt?
Yeah, look okay.
Yeah, this car's a sports car, by the way, Kurt, so shall we test drive it?
Sure. So, what do you think of the looks and the handling performance of the car?
Well, as you clearly know, I'm not a good driver,
Yeah.
but the 770, not a bad looking car in my opinion.
Yeah.
What do you think of the looks of the car, and the performance for that matter?
The car's not too bad, but I feel like I want to change the colour.
You don't like the colour?
The
Really? I mean, I like the colour of the car.
light green.
Yeah, I don't mind it.
Yeah.
Shall we move on to the next one?
Sure thing.
The SC1. What do you think of the looks of the car, Kurt?
The SC1 looks good.
Shall we test drive it?
Sure.
Let's do it. Okay, Kurt, so what do you think of the performance of the car? And
I think the performance and the handling is very good. It takes corners in this car very well.
Yeah, so do I. I think this car performs really well.
Yeah.
Could be a worthy contestant of trying to get this car.
Hmm.
I mean, I'd be keen to get this car if you were keen to get it. But let's just see what the last two vehicles have to offer, and then
Yeah.
we'll make your decision, I guess, right?
Sure.
Okay, so this is the D-Class Tulip. What do you think of the looks of the car, Kurt?
Yeah, the car looks alright.
Shall we move on to the test drive?
Sure.
Okay, Kurt, what do you think of the D-Class Tulip?
I think this car is a bit drifty on corners.
Well, I don't think this car has the performance, but in your opinion, you'd probably say that this car has the looks, right?
It does have the looks, yeah.
But the performance is just not there, eh?
Yeah,
Shall we move on to the last car of the day?
sure.
Which is the Hot Ring Sabre. What do you think of the looks of this car, Kurt?
Oh, yeah, I love the car, actually.
You like the look of the car?
Mm-hmm.
Shall we move on to the test drive?
Sure. Alright then, so, what do you think of the car, Connor?
I actually don't mind this car one bit at all.
Yeah, I don't mind the car. I do love this Hot Ring Sabre, actually.
Would it be a car you'd consider buying?
Maybe, yeah.
But we haven't talked about this yet. Now, I don't think we should do a car this week, but just to let the people know, what would you have picked if we were going to do a car?
What was that blue car again?
It was the SC1, I think it was called.
The blue two-door car.
Yeah, I think it was the SC1.
You know, I'm actually going to consider getting that car, the SC1.
I would be considered to get that with you, but I just don't know what the price is, okay? That's the only thing I'm worried about, because I've already spent like $8 million on cars for you to do this week.
Yeah.
So, let's wrap up the video here. If you guys enjoyed it, alright, we'll see you guys in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.